good, guys? JC here today from Fittest Gamers, and today we're talking about the possible release date for the AEW Console Video Game. So first and foremost, let's give thanks to Marc Middleton of WrestlingInc.com, and let's give thanks to Scullion of Games Chronicle.com. So what do we have here to say? Well, Fightful Select has reported recently that there's eternal talk of the game being released in September. The last time we've seen any gameplay of this game was June and September of 2021. One was gameplay of Jungle Boy, and one was Darby Allin, and they were both about a minute long. They looked beautiful. Now, what is to be said? I think we do see it in September. Kenny Omega also made a note that he is determined for this video game to be a success. It's very important. He understands how important this game is, and a great showing could help AEW greatly. So I think they're coming in on all angles, and they're going to try to give us one of the best wrestling games of all time. I'm not trying to be biased because I love AEW, or I love wrestling in general, and I want to see another wrestling game, but I do think they're going to deliver. Being released on the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X/S, and the Xbox One. Some fun notes to take as well is that this will be the first game that has Owen Hart since 2004, Legends of Wrestling Showdown. And that's because they have the partnership with the nonprofit charity of the Owen Hart Foundation. So this is something really cool to look at. This Ukes, right? The developer of this game, right? The director of this, Hideaki Iwashiro, was the director for WWF No Mercy, one of the greatest wrestling games of all time, and Def Jam for Vendetta, one of the greatest fighting games of all time. So this could be the next generation of wrestling games comes back, I guess, so to speak, because we already haven't had a great wrestling game in a long time. 2K22 is awesome, but not great. So I think this is what steps the game up, and I think they're going to deliver. September of 2022. Remember 2020 when everything started, and Omega stated it'll take about a year or two to release. Well, it's 2022. A lot of things that they got to do to deliver, and I think they will. I ultimately think they will, and I think it's a sign of great things to come. So let's go ahead and jump to me talking about what I would like to see or what I think is going to come out when I think it'll come out. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that now. Let's cue the static real quick. So AEW Fight Forever, is that the proclaimed name that we're all giving it, or AEW the console video game? Either way, September sounds realistic based off of what Kenny Omega said in the past. In 2020, he said it'll take about a year or two to release. Well, a year passed. Now it's almost 2. I think it's time. So September sounds realistic, and based off of the history of released games like Ukes and whatnot, it sounds idealistic that September of 2022 is when this is coming out. And worst case, we're going to see it probably at the start of the year of 2023. The thing is that this game could bring in an audience. This is a highly acclaimed game, highly rated game. People are going to play and be like, what is AEW? And they're going to want to watch the product. So the game correlates to the success of AEW as well, and they're pumping in a lot of money too. So I really do think that WWE 2K22 coming out now motivated them to be like, we got to push this out. And I do think we're going to see it come out this year, finally giving us a choice between 2 wrestling games. I'm always going to get any wrestling game that comes out. I don't care what it is, I'm going to get it. And this is it's a good time to be a wrestling fan, good time to be a gamer, because now we're going to get 2 wrestling games rather than just 1. So let's see what they have in store. Ukes, legendary, state-of-the-art games they made in the past, legendary games they made in the past, and I think this is one that's going to be remembered as well. So September of 2022 sounds realistic, I think. September to even November, but I do think we see it this year rather than 2023 top of the year. I think we see it September to November timeframe. That's when we're going to get this game. And that's usually wrestling season, so it was kind of weird to get a wrestling season in the spring this time around, but getting it during that time of year, it just fits right. So I think that's what we're gonna see. This is just 2K22 gameplay, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, but hopefully one day we'll have the AEW game prompted up here, because that's what we will be playing. So thank you guys for tuning in, man. September to November is what I say. Thank you to all the great sources we have. Fightful Select coming out saying that it's ideal, and they heard from internal workers that September is what the goal is. So we'll see. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. JC from Fittest Gamers. Remember to brush your teeth, wash your hands, and clean your ass. God bless you all, and I'm officially logging out. Deuces.